The grandfather dangled the boy over the cliff. One wrong move and he would fall. The grandfather gripped the rope tightly. He couldn't afford even a moment's carelessness. They were taking this risk just to rescue a young antelope. The boy found a foothold. He placed the antelope in his backpack. Then he tugged on the rope, signaling his grandfather to pull him up. They successfully rescued the little antelope. After returning to the ranch, they found a new mother for the antelope. Then they began to bottle feed it. Seeing the new mother accept the antelope, the two finally felt relieved. Afterward, the grandfather told the boy to head home first. After the boy left, several hunters arrived at the ranch. They were searching for a wild beast that had been attacking the sheep. One of them was injured. During the conversation, the grandfather learned that the beast was on the same path the boy had taken home. He grew worried about the boy. The boy encountered the beast they had been talking about. It barked at him continuously, only to protect the food in front of it. Although the boy didn't understand what was happening, he didn't sense any malice and wasn't afraid. He introduced himself to the animal. Just then, the grandfather and hunters arrived. Hearing the noise, the animal quickly ran away. The grandfather asked if the boy had seen any wild beast, but the boy said he hadn't, because he didn't consider the dog to be a wild beast. The next day, the grandfather took the boy to set traps in many places. The boy told his grandfather what he thought. He didn't believe the sheep were being attacked by a wild beast, but the grandfather was convinced they were. He said the beast was a dog that had been abused for a long time, so it escaped and turned into an aggressive wild dog. The boy sought confirmation from another person who knew the situation.
The shepherd kept the dog on a 6-foot chain day and night. He beat it. Sometimes he wouldn't even feed it for days. No wonder the dog went completely nuts. No. You can't help those animals.
After hearing this, the boy decided to help the dog. He hurried to the valley to search for it. He reminded himself to avoid stepping on the traps. But no matter how much he called out, he couldn't find any trace of the dog. He had no choice but to play by himself. That moment, the dog happened to come to the river to drink. The boy slowly approached, but the dog ran away in fear. The boy felt helpless. The next day, as the boy walked through the valley, the dog suddenly appeared before him, as if waiting for him to show up. The boy's kindness made the dog lower its guard. It obediently followed behind him. They crossed the meadow and came to one of grandfather's traps. The boy triggered the trap with a stone, telling the dog it was dangerous. Here, then he brought the trap to the dog to smell, so it would remember the scent and stay away. Later, the boy brought the dog to the sheep pasture. The dog was not only friendly to the sheep, but clearly seemed to be a good sheepdog. The boy became more convinced it wasn't a wild beast. The boy discovered a military truck full of food. He told the dog these people were bad, often robbing food from farms. They wouldn't even spare an old man's jam. The dog seemed to understand. Despite the boy's attempts to stop it, it quickly jumped onto the truck and grabbed a string of sausages, happily running back to the boy, as if it had completed a mission. After that, they became good friends. The dog was happy in the boy's presence. They brought warmth to the cold winter. He took the dog to the riverside, planning to give it a bath. The boy and dog swam in the river. When the dog came ashore, the boy was stunned.
You're so handsome.
The dog was actually beautiful. The boy gave the dog a name. Later, he brought it to his home and showed it a secret passage, telling it to hide there if it ever faced danger.